Tropical storm Isaias, it is now making its way.
Hello, everybody. Isaias made landfall in North Carolina.
On the tropics, and more specifically, tropical storm Isaias. Maximum sustained winds.
As you just heard, it's not always easy to pronounce hurricane name Isaias. Viewers and journalists, including me, have had to think twice about how to pronounce it.
You know, not everybody's going to get it right probably 100% of the time, but giving people the opportunity to, look at it, try to understand it, and practice it so they can get it right.
To help her coworkers properly pronounce Isaias, bilingual meteorologist Violeta Yas sent out a video on how to say this tricky name.
Tropical storm Isaias. Isaias.
Now, while Violeta helped her co-workers in Philadelphia, Geraldine Coys in New York wondered how English-speaking reporters are pronouncing this recent storm, even catching the attention of NAHJ. So we decided to test the TV experts.
Isaias. Isaias. Isaias.
Okay, how do I say the hurricane that was downgraded to tropical storm? Isaias. Isaias, Isaias, Isaias.
Hurricane Isaias, Isaias? I think I'm saying it right. Isaias.
All great pronunciation of Isaias, but remember they did have to say it quite a few times on air. Now let's shake it up a bit and ask some of our NABJ, NAHJ virtual conference attendees. Let's see how they do. How would you pronounce this?
Isaias. Isaias. Isaias.
Yeah, it says Isaias.
So how would you pronounce this name?
Isaias.
Another shout at it?
Isaias.
And as you can see, Isaias can be a little difficult to pronounce, especially if you're reading off a piece of paper or a teleprompter. But as Violeta says, it's important to help our fellow journalists on how to say the name of this storm and of others.
I think something that's important, with that sort of thing is to get out ahead of it and teach people, let people know how it's done as opposed to sort of criticizing when it's not done correctly, because that's something that, if somebody is open to, okay, this doesn't come naturally to me, but I'm going to attempt it, if you're just kind of criticizing them for not knowing, well, that doesn't help anyone, so that was what mattered to me the most.
Now, Isaias did impact the Carolinas and some of the other coastal states, but is this the end of the tropical storm Isaias?
There's 6 lists of hurricane names and they alternate every single year. So, in 6 years, depending on whether or not that name is retired, we're going to be seeing Isaias again. So plenty of time to practice. It takes a little time, but it was a pretty impactful storm. So it is possible that the name does get retired.
While we don't have to worry so much now on how to say Isaias, I did ask Violeta, are there any upcoming storms that we should start practicing how to say now before they begin to take form?
Josephine is next.
Okay.
Josephine, Kyle, Laura, and I'm just looking at the remainder of the names, I would say, for 2020 are, relatively straightforward.
Looks like the next storm won't have such a hard name to pronounce. Let's just hope that Josefina doesn't cause too much damage. I'm Eddi Blanco for NAHJ News.